What's up, everybody? This is Scott. Welcome back to another video. Well, by now you have seen everything that Google has released, and that's right. This is a Pixel 4 XL, and I've had it for a month. Let me go ahead and show you exactly the proof. As the intro said, this is the Google Pixel 4 XL, and I have had it, by the time that you're watching this video, for 1 month. So as you can see right here, it is September, let's see if I can zoom in real quick. It is September 22nd. Yeah, so I recorded a roll about this particular thing 1 week ago and then formatted the SD card and lost all of the footage. So yeah, I have to basically own up to that. So I have 10 different things that I want to talk about, and I'm going to kind of just go through the laundry list. I'll leave all of the timestamps, hopefully, in the description below if you want to bounce around and see different things. So right off the bat, I want to talk about the looks of the device. Then I'm going to go into things like photos and videos, Project Soli, gestures, you name it. I'm going to talk all about it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have the Panda edition right here in my hand, and from the moment that I saw the Pixel 4 XL Panda edition, I fell in love with it. I love the feel of the device when it is in my hand. It is stupid light. It is extremely light. It still has that same wireless charging as before, but on the back you're going to notice there is no fingerprint scanner, and that's because it has the face unlock, which I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. But the feel of the device, it just has this nice silky type feel on the back with the white Panda edition. It does have the nice orange accent that is on the side. And honestly, I'm much like one of those other people that think the iPhone 11 Pro Max looks good. The square on the back doesn't bother me at all, in remotely close to the least. I think that this is an exceptionally beautifully looking device. It has nice crisp edges. It has just the beautiful feel on the front. The screen is absolutely gorgeous, and everything about the looks of this device I absolutely love. I mentioned it just a second ago about there's no fingerprint scanner on the back, and I thought that I was going to hate that because I really love the fingerprint scanner and use it a lot for like payments and things of that nature. But now that I have face unlock, and the face unlock is ridiculously fast, you can see in some of these videos that I have alongside here, every time I lock the device and open it back up, it's almost instantaneous when it's unlocking because of my face. I did all the programming and everything with my glasses on and off. I didn't really see any type of difference. I took it one with no glasses on and then took it off and then reprogrammed it. I just happened to have the one where I have my glasses on. Honestly, it was a non-issue. When I have the screen all the way bright at nighttime, it still unlocks because I can still see my face. It is a fantastic piece to the phone that I absolutely love this year. The iPhone 11 Pro Max is very quick with the face unlock, and I feel like the Pixel 4 XL is even faster. One of the things that I had to get used to with the Pixel 4 XL is the gestures, and to be completely fair, even after 30 days, I'm not fully versed in exactly all of the gestures. So I know obviously the swipe up, swipe left and right is still something that I'm getting used to, when you can swipe up and kind of press up and then you can swipe away all of your apps. Very similar type feel to that of the iPhone. So if you're coming from an iPhone and you're used to the gestures, it's probably going to be somewhat of a seamless transition. I have had the option of going back and turning on the buttons, but to be completely honest, I'm trying to force myself into getting to use the gestures. It took me probably about a week in order of just forcing myself to use the gestures. I talked about face unlock, talked about gestures, and there's one great big thing of gestures that I haven't talked about. This is Project Soli, or the radar on the phone. So full disclosure, I've only used it for 2 different ways because really right now, that's the only 2 different ways you can do it. You can kind of swipe and wave your hand over the phone to say, I don't want to answer a call. I used that maybe once and it was completely accidental. However, one that I use all the time, no questions, is to go back and forward with songs. So I have found a little bit of method to the madness for Project Soli. When the phone is face up on a desk, you have to wave fairly aggressively, not overwhelmingly far away from the phone, but probably about this far away from the phone, just kind of wave over it on one side close to the top. I kind of initially tried to do it where my hand was like vertically like this and kind of waving it like that, yeah, that's not going to work. So when the phone is face down around this nature and you just kind of swipe back and forth like this, like it will register actually quite a bit of the time. I was really impressed at how often the radar on Project Soli that's built into the Pixel 4 XL registered to make the song go forward and back. Another new thing on the Pixel 4 XL this year is the 90 hertz refresh rate screen that you have on it. I was a person, I think I've been on record before, that talked about, I was like, oh, is it really that kind of a big of a deal? I didn't really see that that's that big of a deal. Oh my goodness, now that I have it, I absolutely love the 90 hertz refresh rate. It is so smooth scrolling through different like Twitter or Instagram or any website or anything of that nature. It is absolutely mind-blowingly smooth on the Pixel 4 XL. Speaking of fast, not just the screen, but this device as a whole is wicked fast. It has 6 gigs of RAM, which is definitely an upgrade from last year's version. I have had no issues at all chugging through any type of apps. I've had tons of social apps open. I've had the camera open. I've had music open. I've had YouTube in the background. And I have absolutely zero issues with any lag or anything of that nature. With that being said, quickly going to talk about the battery life. The battery life is okay. It's not great. It is definitely not iPhone 11 Pro Max great, because that thing, I have tried to put it through the paces and I cannot just kill the battery. But for me, I still get a full day charge. I will get off the charger about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I will put it back on the charger with approximately 20 to 25%, anywhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. I'd put the battery life somewhere between the Pixel 3 XL and the 3A. It is not as good as the 3A or the 3A XL, but it is better, a little bit better than the Pixel 3 XL. So one thing you'll notice about the screen, obviously you don't have those front firing speakers. You just have one really nice, beautiful screen in the front. So I was a little worried about that, putting the firing speaker on the bottom. However, I do think Google has done a really nice job of the speakers, specifically the speaker, the earpiece speaker that you have at the top of the phone is really, really loud.
This is the 2020 Nissan GT-R Nismo. I'm Josh Smith, GunNoel.com. So just like a lot of other people watching this video, I pre-ordered my iPhone and I had a chance to play with it for a little bit. I've been using the iPhone for about 5 days now, and I have a pretty good understanding how this phone works.
I still hear plenty of sound coming from that one, and it's like this weird pseudo stereo, like I have a front firing speaker, but I really don't. I was impressed by the fact that they were able to get that much sound out of the speakers, especially when one of them is like the firing from the bottom. And last but certainly not least, and definitely another one that I'm going to have, well, probably have released a video already talking about 2 other pieces, is the photos in the videos, probably the piece de resistance for the Pixel 4 XL. The photos, as you would normally see, are absolutely exquisite. The photos that you see on the screen, including the portrait mode, I would still argue is the best in the industry when it comes to a smartphone. So with that being said, what was kind of the big upgrade this year? You now have a second lens on the back where it is a telephoto lens. I can already hear people in the comments saying, telephoto's totally worthless. I'd really rather have an ultra wide. And while I can agree with you that a wide would be nice, I tend to really like the telephotos, and you can see in some of these images here that you can go really far and get really more crisp shots. I'm not calling super crispy, but get way more crisp shots with a telephoto lens, and it is seamless when you're going through the camera app. You just kind of zoom up and down in the camera app, and that telephoto lens automatically kicks in, and for the end user, that UI experience is really, really nice. So I like the fact that I have a telephoto lens on the back. One thing I'm bummed about is losing that wide that's on the front. However, I've just kind of gotten used to it. I very rarely use the wide on the front of the Pixel 3 XL. The photos that come out of the Pixel 4 XL, as you would tend to expect, are really, really good. And the night mode, which I have a whole other video on, and I will link it up here in either a card and in the description below, is really close to best in the business, if not the best in the business. The astrophotography and some of the long exposure shots that I got were just mind-blowing. So I have a whole other video that you should go check out. Again, it's linked up here and linked in the description below. If you want to know exactly what you can expect out of the Pixel 4 XL photos and videos. So the 10th thing, the last thing I want to talk about is, should you upgrade from the Pixel 3 XL or Pixel 3? So from the Pixel 3 XL, maybe. Definitely from the regular and the Pixel 2 XL, I would highly recommend upgrading to the Pixel 4 XL. To me, it's faster. It's just a more seamless integration. The camera's that much better. I love the experience that I've had with the Pixel 4 XL. Not to take that away from the Pixel 2 XL or anything like that. It's just that upgrade path is just, for me, definitely a no-brainer. For the Pixel 3 XL, that is a tough one. The night mode is definitely better, but the night mode on the Pixel 3 XL is really, really good. The battery life is average on the Pixel 3 XL, not big enough to make that jump. But wow, the Pixel 4 is so good. That is a tough sell for me. If you can get some good coin for your Pixel 3 XL and get into the Pixel 4 or the Pixel 4 XL, that would be a tough no for me. So that's it. That's all I have. Thanks so much. That's a ton of information that I threw at you, and I wanted to show you what I have experienced in having a Pixel 4 XL for 30 days now. So as always, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment below, and we will see you next time.